You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Bremen Motor Cars and by Wellington Anti-Aging. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome back, Ricky Bobby.
I am so happy to be back.
Yeah, good to have you back, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Diener's here as well. It's rare that we got everybody together here.
I think it's like the first time in a month.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, man. It's summertime. It's crazy. Good news is I've been drinking. Yeah, that's it,
I don't know if
baby.
that's good news.
No, it's great news, actually. You kidding me? Makes life and sports a lot more fun. Welcome to the show here today. Yeah, Funky Voodoo is popping by. They're going to be out at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest on Saturday. They brought a whole bunch of beer by, which is fantastic. They've got a key lime ale that I am recommending very hard for you to try if you come out. Yeah, next Saturday, it's the 21st. PalmBeachSummerBeerFest.com. Get the tickets. Or jump out with me, Matthews Brewing, this Saturday. It's in Lake Worth. You got to type in Matthews Brewing Company because I can't tell you. It's like on H Street, but it's in the middle of like some...
Where is it again?
It's on like H Street in Lake Worth. Yeah,
Lake Worth is so confusing.
It is, but this area, it's like you'll get off 95, you go a little bit east, and then you'll like go down a street, and you're going to be like going, dude, like I'm going to totally have the rims jacked off my car. And right when you think that, that's about when you're going to find Matthews Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
But the place is beautiful. I mean, they pumped a ton of money into it. They got a lot of live outdoor music, and it's a good little spot. So I'm going to be there Saturday, 4 to 6, giving you half price tickets. And they're $45 a pop. So it's,
nice.
It's a BOGO deal if you come out for a pair.
Yeah, that's true. So you got a lot of drinking the next couple weekends. So you got Matthews Brewing this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
And then we're all at Beer Fest next Saturday.
Yeah, we're all Beer Fest next Saturday. And then next Wednesday, 6 days from now, I'm going to be at Brother Jimmy's at City Place doing a Breckenridge tap takeover.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's actually, I look at it as
what the hell, man?
I look at it as a great week, actually.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it, yeah.
This is a nice week for you.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. My liver's going to get drop kicked, but
Who needs that?
other than that.
Who needs a liver?
Yeah. And I got to tell you, the World Cup last couple of days give me a nice convenient excuse to have some drinks, a couple beers in the afternoon. It's kind of nice. That thing kicks off at 2 o'clock, or did the last couple of days.
That's right.
Crack open a beer, watch a little bit of soccer. Kind of exciting stuff. I guess unexpected yesterday. Croatia doing what they did.
I'm glad you finally got into this. And I mean, now I just need to get Ricky into it. Now, we're almost at the final, Ricky. Okay, it's Sunday. So Kevin's now into the World
Can you please
Cup.
move your hand a little further
You
away
got-
from me?
now
I've been
you have
away
to get
from
into
you
World
for a
Cup.
while, and now I don't need to deal with this stuff.
Invading your bubble. in
I
personal
watched
space.
a little. Okay, I did watch a little bit, mainly because when you go to a bar during the World Cup and it's during the day,
Yeah.
what the hell else is on? It's on every television.
But
You
it's
have
kind of cool. It's kind of exciting. It adds extra excitement. It gives you something, a reason to be like, oh, cool, I'm drinking, and,
And it was
cool. There's energy. Yeah.
It was a great match, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very exciting. Extra time, Croatia scores. Like you say, you got the two underdogs
Yeah.
It was a cool game.
who ended up winning.
I was cool with it. Yeah, I found out today. I had you guys look at the pictures, man. They've got like a hot president of Croatia,
my
too.
What in the
Mercy.
hell is going on there? That
Yes.
was very surprising.
Somebody told me and do this. What you do is you just go online and you do a quick little Google search for Croatia president bikini photos.
That'll do.
And it comes up, and she's kind of a hottie. I mean, she's president hot. I mean, she looks great in a bikini, though, right?
She looks. I'm going to say this. I think she looks better than Kate Upton in the bikini.
What?
Okay.
I mean, I'm putting her up there.
Kevin, I know I took a couple days off, but what the hell happened on the show?
I'm not saying that she's like as.
Same old dinner.
What, would you give him a lobotomy in these past 3 days?
You're telling me that picture that Kevin's holding up right now to the YouTube channel camera.
Watch on YouTube. I mean,
look at it.
Don't go on Diener's description. I mean, she looks great. I mean, she looks better in Trump in a bikini. So
Yeah.
Well.
it's good.
I'm going
She's,
off.
the country has very large assets.
Yes.
Their gross national product is bigger than you might expect. I'll just say that.
Surprises you.
What's their biggest export? Milk?
Come on.
Apparently.
Jeez.
Apparently. Yeah. Yeah, go check that out. You can see it even on demand.
Wow.
Go check out the photos. Yeah.
That is.
There it is.
So there you go. Some good stuff.
Okay.
You know, the one thing that confused me yesterday was I had told you that David Beckham was doing a watch parties, promoting the Miami MLS like crazy at Wharf, Miami. Mm-hmm. And then watching the World Cup yesterday, I don't know if you caught that, Diener, but they're going, and David Beckham is here to watch his England team, see if they can win. And I'm like, oh, well, where is he? I mean, you're not going to, take a quick little puddle jumper from Miami to Russia. So I'm like, where is he?
Big-ass slingshot.
Yeah, and then on social media, I saw a photo of him in Miami. So the announcers completely had it wrong yesterday. If you were watching that and you saw them name-dropping David Beckham being there in the stadium, because...
Well, you know what they say about really rich people? Sometimes they have doppelgangers.
True.
That they actually hire and look like them to be in certain places where they're not. So who had the real Beckham? Was it Russia or Miami?
It's not a bad point. One of the cities might have had a fake David Beckham. That's actually a pretty good point.
I saw the photo of the one in Miami, and I think it was legit. But
was that the real one?
Yeah.
I mean, where? Okay, so let me ask you this:
David
where would
Fakem.
Gosh,
Fake him out.
where would the real David Beckham want to be? Would he want to be in the Miami party, or would he want to be at Russia for the match?
Is David Beckham married?
Yes.
Russia.
He is. He's married to Posh Spice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe then Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see your Miami team, but I mean, Russia, I've heard the stories. One, they ran out of beer.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, and then two, I heard that they even had to conserve water, and at one point they were encouraging people in the city to try to shower together.
Oh, my
Which,
What?
in some instances, hey, if you got the president of Croatia, that's great, but if it's not, sometimes maybe that's not the best thing.
So Burger King tries to get you to impregnate Russian players. Then they're encouraging you to shower together due to a lack of water.
Well,
It's
you
been
can't
interesting.
impregnate the players.
Well, no, but I'm saying, but
Yeah, impregnated by the players.
trying to get impregnated by the players.
That's right.
Yeah.
From a
Sounds like
Burger
a
King ad.
crazy World Cup in Russia. I mean, and there was all those stories, too, before it started about how they were talking about, wasn't it Argentina? I think you told me about this, Ricky, where Argentina was handing out handbooks on how to pick up Russian women.
Yeah.
Right?
There was a very detailed handbook about how to be able to pick up Russian women. If only the stories surrounding the World Cup were any bit exciting as the World Cup.
There was a lot of good stories.
Great stories.
Tell you, this is kind of fun, though. New little struggle for David Beckham, who, by the way, I mean, it's been 3-4 years that he's been trying to find a location for this
Didn't
MLS
they just move
team.
it? They were not doing it over town. Now they're going to clear out some crack houses or something like that and put it down there.
Yeah, they were going to, the latest place was they're going to move it right by the airport in Miami International, Mel Reese Golf Course.
That
That's
makes
where they're going
sense.
to put it. Yeah, and they just came out with the promo video this
Right.
last week. It looked good. Had these restaurants, all this usage that was going to be going on there. Like going, okay, looks fantastic. Well, here you go. Latest curveball. Apparently, that Mel Reese Golf Course used to be on basically a dump. They had this area that they used to have and a trash incinerator called Old Smoky that sat in that neighborhood for half a century.
Smokey.
Had a
Old
name.
Smoky was kicking the crap out for 50 years, and now they say there's 3 foot deep of all kinds of toxic ash
Oh.
that is in that whole area. They say it's silty, dark gray to black in color, brownish red nodules,
Ew.
plenty of burnt glass and metal shards, all kinds of stuff that's got to be removed. And they started looking at the soil, and they say in some parts it exceeded 4 feet in thickness. So you'd have to remove 4 feet of topsoil, which the New Times in Miami is reporting the cost would be astronomical.
Sounds terrible. Did they not know this going into it?
Probably not, because they were able to, they got a golf course on it right now, and they're thinking, oh, golf course, great land, perfect, it's awesome. But they didn't have the same kind of standards to just put the golf course down. But when you're going to be putting in restaurants, you're digging, you're getting tap water, you're doing plumbing, sewage, all that kind of stuff, everything you need for a stadium, you're going to be digging through 4 feet of Old Smoky's dust for 50 years.
Gosh.
Wow, you make the poopy parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this is worse. I mean, this is literal 4 feet of toxic waste, 4 feet deep. It's disgusting.
Wow.
Why is that all that? Oh, it's gross that that's even
Sometimes soccer's 90 minutes of toxic waste, so it kind of matches up.
there. Jerk.
They say that in 2006, Grapeland Park, which is nearby, cost $10 million to get that ready to go. But again, probably not the same standards. They're looking at 86,000 tons of toxic soil they'd have to take out.
Wow.
I don't know what the cost would be, but when they did the ballpark at the Palm Beaches, remember that was built on a former city dump.
True.
They had to spend $15 million to dig that out. That was the first thing they did. They had a big pile of like mountain of garbage
Right.
that they had to dig up, put on the side, ship out. But that was just digging up garbage that was in the soil. The soil itself was fine. You got to remove 4 feet
Yeah, that's a bit
and
much.
replace it.
$15 million.
And for the
That was
amount
15 there. I don't
that was
know.
there.
Like you said, yeah, where Beckham wants to put his park now on this Melreese golf course there by Miami International, it sounds like 15 million would scratch the surface.
literally.
$10 million.
Yeah,
of that
literally scratch the surface.
$10 million. That $15 million was just to get Bryce Harper to agree to play over an old dump. So I mean, I can understand how much you trying to get Beckham there. Oof.
And for the amount of land that they're planning on building for this arena, because remember they had all those complexes.
Was it 11,000 acres, something like
Yeah,
that? I
it's
can't remember.
huge.
Yeah, it's massive. Wow. So imagine 4 feet of 11,000 acres of soil. Not only take out, but you got to replenish.
Are we talking?
Astronomical is a good way to put the cost on that. It
we-
might be back to the drawing board, boys.
Man, are we
Yeah.
talking billions with this?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but
know.
Beckham might be shopping around for another location.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you think is that worth the investment if you never know if it's actually going to hit?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Got the latest on LaShawn McCoy, what is going on with his case, and he has a very odd defender, but the kind of person that maybe you don't want defending you. I'll let you know who is taking to Twitter to defend LaShawn McCoy coming up next.
Be part of the show on Twitter at 640 The Hurricane, hashtag Kevin's Other Show.
Now I will tell you what I've done for you.
Diener's so proud of themselves. He got new music today.
Yeah,
Just Evanescence.
it is. Feeling this?
No.
Oh.
I mean, what the hell?
I was feeling
Evanescence
this
is like
one.
the Nickelback of metal music.
Well, the only
on.
problem is like, and I just give Diener a quick little crash course, like a 101 in like
Yeah.
intro music. When they start singing right away, it's
Yeah.
very tough.
Oh,
To
that's
talk
true.
over it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because she's singing and here I am talking. And you're like going, all right.
What am I listening to?
Yeah, either she sings and you shut up, or
Right.
yeah. So somebody's got to shut up here.
It's a good point.
Somebody's going under, and I think it may be Dieter.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying, but yeah, you kind of like want just music, not like
It's okay.
It's a decent point.
But
I got another one after this, so we'll see.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
it's going to be the chorus for "It's the End of the World."
He was-
Oh yeah, we're gonna understand that.
I hate to crush the spirit. He was so excited coming
Yeah, I
in.
know he was.
He's like, oh, guys, I got new music.
Well, yeah, he knows now that I'm back.
We got one more. All right, one more shot at this.
Yeah. LaShawn McCoy's hired this prominent Atlanta defense attorney to try to help him out of his mess with the issue with his former girlfriend, her in the hospital, the Instagram post, which was posted, taken down, but now it's all over the place. The
Yeah.
allegations of beating her up, abusing your kid, abusing your dog, taking performance-enhancing drugs. 4 pretty serious charges in that post that the NFL and the Buffalo Bills are looking into. He's saying he had nothing to do with it, but the police looking into this are saying, okay, maybe you weren't the person that pistol whipped your girlfriend
Right.
or your estranged girlfriend so badly, but the fact that they were asking about sentimental pieces of jewelry that you had already requested she returned to you and said, you better give me that jewelry back or else. Oh, yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, knock, 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 3 a.m. Boof, boof, boof.
Right.
It's a weird coincidence if he had nothing to do with this.
It's those specific pieces that he was upset about that they
Yeah.
stole.
I want
And-
this
and-
ring, that bracelet, and those earrings.
Not
And
only that, there was no breaking and entering. Like,
Right.
It was just entering.
Exactly.
How the hell did they just get in there without breaking?
Because she
anything?
knew them.
Okay.
That's why.
So we're just gonna cover this up, just sweep this under the rug like the rest of
I don't
everything.
know. I don't know. I
Yeah, they can't now. They can't. They can't do it. They can't sit here and say that they can be able to brush this under the rug. This has to be, the line has to be drawn in the sand.
We had a bad day for the NFL yesterday because you had the LaShawn McCoy story that was going on. You had another former NFL guy that was charged with murder.
Oh, Brandon Browner, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had Pac-Man Jones kicking the crap out of half the people at the Atlanta airport.
It wasn't his fault, though.
But once it
I
wasn't his
know.
fault, it was actually
It wasn't
self-defense.
his fault, yeah.
Oddly
he,
enough,
he just
that was the weirdest thing about the stories
Was.
yesterday was
For once, it wasn't his
for
fault.
once it really wasn't Pac-Man
He just went
Jones'
straight
fault.
Jet Li on
Yeah.
everybody.
I mean, it was weird that it wasn't his fault, and 2, he was actually fighting a man for a change.
Yeah, no, that's also true. Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Good point.
Really, that's how he knew it wasn't him. It can't be his fault. He hit a guy.
I know, right?
So bad.
He doesn't hit men.
No, he
No.
only hits defenseless women.
Unbelievable.
right.
Let me throw this theory out at you, Ricky, because I threw this out at Kevin yesterday. I'll see what you think, because you weren't here to hear it. Like you said before, these guys came in, and there's no breaking and entering. It was just entering. So that leads us to believe that she must have known them. So isn't it easy to make the jump then to say, okay, if she knows them, if there's no breaking in, and these guys are going after the specific items that LaShawn McCoy had mentioned previously,
Yeah.
is it that much of a jump to think that the friend of her who put up this entire post on Instagram and everything, she knows them too, and that's why she went ahead and blamed LaShawn McCoy for the entire thing? Am I out of line by saying this?
I mean, I think you have a pretty large tinfoil hat on right now.
I mean,
I understand where you're coming from, but you're kind of Alex Jonesing this a little bit,
Come
and I
on.
think maybe you
I'm
should pump the
connecting the
brakes a little bit.
dots.
I know, but this isn't a game of Clue. The reality of it is that the situation that happened came from somebody that she knew, most likely that he knew, and because of what you said about saying that he asked for specific things when trying to get it from her, and those are the specific things stolen. All those look very bad.
and maybe they did it on their own accord too. It could be that. I mean,
What, these fans, fanatics?
No, I'm saying-
they knew the text messages and everything like that? There's no way this wasn't planned precisely.
I'm just throwing out all the options.
Well, and they're going to go through all of it, and that's why, right now LaShawn McCoy has got a really good defense attorney because he's just wanting to sprinkle any kind of doubt he can in this whole thing.
He's got a
So,
good one.
Who knows what they come up with? The question I am curious to see is, will they call Richie Incognito to the stand
Oh, please
as a
do.
character witness?
That's who's coming to his defense?
That's who's coming to his
Oh,
defense.
my Lord.
Richie Incognito, and I love this too. At 1:30 a.m. this morning, or yesterday morning, it was Wednesday morning, so I guess it would have been over 24 hours ago. 1:30 in the morning, Richie Incognito is up tweeting. This a good time, of course, in the middle of the night
That's
to
just
tweet
after
out
he
defense.
finishes his workout of throwing
Barbells.
throwing
at people.
barbells at people. You know what I mean? He's got that in the punching bag he tosses across the
He
yard.
just attacked a workout dummy and sat on his face.
Yeah,
Remember that?
exactly.
That was
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
part
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah. So you have a sound guy here that's coming to your defense on Twitter.
texting the FBI.
He tweeted out in synopsis, I support and stand by my boy, Shady. Now, if your boy is charged with anything, if his nickname is Shady, it might not be a good time to use it.
Probably
Maybe
not.
go with LaShawn instead of Shady.
Yeah. Might want to use the real name at that point.
Well, I mean, that's what his nickname is. But I mean, Richie Incognito's not a brilliant human being. We can all deduce that, correct?
I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. I've never
What
given
do you,
him an
what do you
IQ
think
test.
he's been talking to aliens or something like that?
We got to try to get him on the show.
He said, I know the full story, and he didn't do it. Shady was in Florida, and she was in Atlanta. And I think she was in his house, right?
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, but again, thanks, Richie. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. But I mean, you're basically saying what we're already going down the path of is, then I don't think anyone's necessarily now saying that LaShawn McCoy was the person with the pistol in his hand that was beating on his girlfriend.
Yeah.
The question, and this is what they're going to try to connect the dots on, is that whoever did it was sent by LaShawn.
Right, and that's the question.
Yeah.
Was he the guy ordering, the hit, so to speak? Not that she was killed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
And if you're LaShawn, you probably don't want, that's the one guy you don't want saying anything in your defense, right?
thanks, Richie. Of all my teammates that could come to my defense.
please
Yeah,
No.
next is going to be OJ. Is going to be like, he didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Another former Bill. Come on, this
He
guy's
didn't do it.
3 weeks
Coming from a
removed.
guy who would never harm a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, OJ. The next one's going to be Casey Anthony.
Some of these Bills guys. Yeah. Line them all up.
He was with me in Florida.
Yeah.
So bad.
Maybe the only other guy that's had a worse month is the founder of Papa John's.
Oh,
Not good.
Gosh, dang. Papa John. Dude, shut up, man.
well,
John
what are you gonna do?
Schnatter. Yeah, he had that problem with the whole Anthem thing where, and I don't know, how many different levels does he have in his company? Because he pegged himself out of a level when he did the whole thing about commenting on the people that were opposed to the kneeling for the national anthem, he made a comment there. He had to resign from something. Now he's resigned from something else. So what exactly? How many things how many layers of Papa John does he have?
true.
That he's
It's a meat lover's version of a job. I tell you
it
that
seems
right
like
now.
every single month he's resigning from another part of his company, but it's like,
Yeah.
okay, how many other parts do we have?
It's true.
I mean,
He,
does he still have his parking spot?
He was the spokesperson, CEO, and founder. So he resigned.
Spokesperson's gone.
Spokesperson was gone with the thing. Now he let go of being the CEO.
Okay.
But founder,
Can't
he,
take away
he
the
obviously,
founder.
yeah, he's
Still
the
got the
founder.
parking spot, still making the money.
I assume, yeah. But
Yeah.
he's probably not going to work too much anymore.
Well, the irony of the whole thing is he's on a conference call with the PR firm that's trying to help him, teach him, coach him about, hey, look, you stuck your foot in your mouth. You went too far in what you said about the national anthem thing. Then he, in that conversation where they're trying to tell him how to behave, drops the N-bomb and then says, I think what's even worse, he's like, look, Colonel Sanders, you know, of KFC fame, called blacks the N-word and used the N-word
Yeah,
and
that's a
never
good
faced backlash
justification
for it.
there.
So I think he's like trying to say, look, I don't understand what I did's not nearly that bad.
Hey, Papa John, that was in the 1920s?
Yeah. And then he went on to talk about, like, well, I'm from Indiana. And in Indiana, we used to, like, drag black people from our truck. And it's like,
No, did he actually say that?
yeah, that's what really kind of like people on the call are like, okay, I feel really weird and uncomfortable. And I don't
What?
think we can help this guy. Like, he just needs to back away from his product. Like, dude, there's no helping you. If you don't know that, like, we don't want to talk that way right now and throw that out with just who knows who's on this conference call.
I'll never look at a peppercini the same again.
Yeah. So, yeah, does he still have his parking spot? I'd like
That's
to
a
know.
good
That's what we really want to know.
I think at this point,
The hard breaking news only happens here on Kevin's other show. Does he have the parking spot?
that's a great question.
He always seemed like such a nice guy in those commercials too. Wow.
We're going to cleanse our palate with some Tim Tebow coming up here.
Yes, please. We need to be like baptized in the waters of Tim Tebow
We
after
will.
this.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
talk.
He's got some new stuff going on. We'll let you know how he did in that All-Star game. He's got a new hot chick.
Oh.
We'll let you know who that is.
Doesn't
and
matter.
Marlins fans, they're looking to sell.
Wait, what?
They got some players on the auction block. Who's going to go from the roster? We'll tell you next.
Get Kevin's other show whenever the hell you want on YouTube and at 640thehurricane.com.
After talking about Papa John, we need to clean the palate.
Yes, please.
Tim Tebow. He really is. He's just a get the bad taste out of your mouth with some Tim Tebow. Don't know what this guy is because, you know, hey, I mean, what's he going to be remembered as? I assume the Florida Gators quarterback. Gators aren't going to forget him anytime soon. He's going to be inducted into the Ring of Honor. Only the sixth player in Gator history that is going to be going in the ring, and it's pretty good company. You're talking about Steve Spurrier, Heisman winner, Danny Werfel, Heisman winner, Jack Youngblood, Emmitt Smith did pretty well, and Wilbur Marshall, all in that, and then Tim Tebow gets added to the whole thing.
Good old Wilbur.
Yeah, did some good stuff while he was there. So he's got some positive news there. Now, I don't know what you would want more. I'll put you in the Gator Ring of Honor, or I'll give you another beauty pageant queen. I don't know what it is. Tim Tebow is very fond of Miss Universes.
I'm very confused because it's like he's not doing anything with them.
Is he still a virgin?
I
Do we
would
know
imagine
this?
he thought he was saving himself for marriage.
I'd put my money on it. Yeah, I think, yeah,
so
I still think so.
he's finding the biggest Jesus-loving chicks that he can find.
It's a little upsetting.
I mean, you're with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Nothing?
because here's why it's upsetting for me. And
You
I'm not-
are Tim Tebow. Nothing? I mean,
you are Tim Tebow.
I mean, what?
I just feel like he's driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris and going the speed limit. Like, what are we doing here?
No,
If
he's
you're-
got $1 billion and he has a friggin' Prius. That's what kind of guy
I mean,
he
whatever
is.
analogy you want to use. Look, I'm all for it. If you want to save yourself for marriage, great. That's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
all for it. But I mean,
No.
you gotta date Miss Universes though. Like,
His latest chick is Miss Universe 2017, South African native Demi Lee Nell Peters.
let's look it up.
She's 23. She probably just dumped her longtime boyfriend in the spring.
23.
Yeah, 23. He's 30. So, you know.
Tebow.
Yeah, Tebow, baby. He recently gave her a big old expensive necklace from David Yurman, I guess, for her birthday last month. He originally, his first Miss Universe was Olivia Culpo in
Miss
2015.
Universe.
Yeah, I mean, this
He's
really
just
is.
picking them off.
This is his second one. Yeah, he loves beauty pageant queens. That's what he does. And that Olivia Culpo, she was with one of those, what do they call Jonas Brothers. She was with one of them for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used to have purity rings on, but I
Yeah,
think
they were virgins too.
I think they chucked them out. They got
Right.
rid of those. Yeah, they stopped that charade. They were doing the charade when they were like 12. And
I think
after
the only one who actually saved himself was
When they were 12.
not Nick, not Joe Jonas, the other
Kevin.
one, Kevin.
Kevin, did he really?
I
He
think
actually
so.
did.
Because I think he's the only one that's married. That's why.
He's been married up for a little while too.
Why do you both know all three Jonas Brothers offhand like that?
Well, I do the top 40 garbage.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I used
got-
to watch the Jonas Brothers show.
Okay.
So I mean,
Kevin has the excuse.
I have a job excuse. Yeah.
You have to know that.
Ricky
for
Bobby's
KVJ.
doing his free time. Yeah.
well, I mean, this was a long time ago. I had an ex-girlfriend, liked to
Right.
watch Disney stuff. You know, I was
Right.
into the Hannah Montana and the
Yeah.
Jonas Brothers.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Tebow was in that AA All-Star game. He went up against the Detroit Tigers first-round pick in 2015. Actually got a double. Actually, not a double. He got a double his first at bat, but then he wound up going 1 for 4 the rest of it. Which is pretty much right in line. He's only batting .270, and he's there, and that's the big question. Is he going to wind up called to the bigs? He's in AA right now. Will he wind up with the Mets? The big dogs by the end of the season.
I don't see why not. Like, what are they
Yeah.
waiting for?
Well, I mean,
We've been
he's
saying this for 2 years.
yes.
yeah, I mean, from a PR marketing standpoint, yeah, I mean, you could argue, be going, he's not ready, he's not, but you know,
Who cares?
Screw it, he's dating
Neither
Miss
is the rest
Universe.
of the team.
He's dating a former Miss Universe, his second one.
I got it up on our YouTube channel,
It's a
by the way.
great
You can look
story.
it
How
up.
else are we going to sell tickets?
Kevin Jeller's show,
Yeah.
YouTube.
I mean,
And there she
imagine,
is.
imagine what that
Gosh,
Not
she's
bad.
probably better looking than Olivia, who's gorgeous.
Culpo,
Gosh.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you,
Alpo.
I think if I could do the whole body morphing thing, I think I'd go Tebow. But the only thing, you're right, he's not touching it. He's got the Lambo, but
How?
Here's the thing, and
I don't
I
get
think
it.
he's got to be just.
He must not have a penis,
Constantly-
right? He doesn't have one. He just
No,
like
he's-
can we just say that right now?
He's constantly unloading the chamber, baby.
that's the only way.
That's a sin. You can't do that.
I don't know. Can you? Can you not?
You can't do that.
Oh, really?
It's less of a sin though than not.
But it's
being
still
a
a
virgin. To your point about how, okay?
Yeah, how?
Let me tell you,
He doesn't have a penis.
because I don't know how. I'm assuming he does. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
Assuming because I don't know how
I
he
think it's
does
questionable.
it. Here's the comparison. Okay,
Yeah.
when my brother used to play for the Hurricanes back in the day.
Your brother doesn't have a penis?
That's not the comparison I
Oh.
was going for.
I apologize.
So he knew guys that when they and I'm not talking like Ed Reed. I'm just talking the normal guys on the team. They would be walking to class and girls would come up to them and be like, "Hey, let's go back to my dorm room," and they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And I mean, the girls were approaching them like second string guys who were coming up to them just walking to class because they would see them wearing the Miami Hurricane practice shorts. So imagine being Tim Tebow.
Oh, I know he gets tail thrown at him all the time.
I mean, how can you do this?
Well, it's just he's got major restraint. That's why I think that he's I think he's unloading the chamber a little bit. He's,
I don't
you know.
I don't even know if that'll work.
Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how.
I give him
it
credit.
would be tough. I mean, God bless him.
I mean, come on. And it's not
Seriously.
like you're an ugly dude.
No,
There's
he's a good
gotta-
looking dude. Yeah,
There's got to be chicks all
I know.
over the place.
And he's 30. I mean, he's
young.
He's holding on. A lot of people are like really religious, and they're like, I got a buddy of mine. His son just got married at 20 because he's like, I want to get on it.
There was a story. It
Can't
was
wait.
remember
He did.
Prince Amukamara?
Yeah.
So Prince Amukamara saved himself from marriage,
Okay.
and he played all right. I mean, obviously made it to the NFL. The year he got married and he had sex with his wife, he had since then has had the best years of his career.
Really?
100% the best. The year
got clarity.
after was he was
Well,
unstoppable.
because that stuff we all know clogs your brain. You can't
Yes.
think straight. When you got an overload, it's like poison. You got to
Yeah.
get out of the body.
Yeah.
So true. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Maybe that's why Tebow's not hitting well.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he
I'm
was.
telling you.
270 right now. He could be hitting 570 if he would just like knock
Yeah.
that stuff out a little bit more.
If he would go take a dive in the muff pool, all he needs to do is that, and then he turns around and he's Babe Ruth.
It'd be interesting to see what happens. Maybe
serious.
that's what saves his career.
We should.
Yeah.
Somebody should just drug him and just make it happen.
Would that have saved his quarterback career in the NFL if he had given it up sooner?
I think he would have got a little more respect.
Okay.
All right. The Marlins, who beat the first-place Brewers last night. The Brewers got to be pissed because the Marlins are in last place. Going to be going, oh, gosh, man.
I'd be so angry if I was a Brewers fan.
Yeah, 5-4 walk-off single by Starlin Castro in the 12th last night did it. And like Starlin Castro, it's great seeing all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go help him pack his bags, though, because I think he's out of here.
Yeah, it's probably not much longer. Once you start doing well, you got to get the hell out of here. You
Yeah,
can't hang around
gosh,
very
it
long.
looked great. He hit that a run, walk-off last night. They had out the monkey mash. They're, like, dumping buckets of water on him, covering him in shaving cream. I love all these guys in the dugout, and he'll be gone next
Monkey
week.
masks?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they do.
Mask.
Marlins do that. Yeah, they got a monkey mask. They come out, hit you with shaving cream and all that kind of stuff.
You never seen that?
That's what they do. He's not a Marlins guy.
That's
so.
not being tagged as insensitive.
It's a monkey mask. Yeah, something you buy from like Party City.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what it is.
I mean, come on. We can be innocent monkeys.
Yeah, come
still,
on,
can't
yeah.
we?
I don't
Can't
know.
we?
I don't. Can we, Kevin? I don't know.
I'd like to
I
think
really
we
don't
can.
know. This is. I mean,
Come
It's just a regular
on.
mask.
Really?
just saying.
We can't. We
I'm
can't
surprised.
anymore.
Don't
Nothing.
don't give the I'm offended by everything.
The
people
world,
anything
yeah,
to
the world's a
attach
problem.
on.
Yeah, we're in a
No.
troubled place if we just can't. Yeah, come on.
It's just a mask.
Yeah, the Marlins are actually shopping him around. Starlin Castro, they say, hey, he's good to go, and Brad Ziegler, who's been dominating in June and July, looking great. So the thing is, Castro's owed $11.8 million next season, and that's just too rich for Derek Jeter. He's like, going, how am I going to make my bonus if I got to pay $11.8 million to this cat next year?
Yeah, I'm trying to pay them all in Jimmy John sandwiches.
Castro's third in the National League in hits, hitting over 400 in July. He's looking great. So, yeah, chip him out. That's what we do around here.
Peace.
Peace.
We've been calling that since March, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
Yeah. By the way, record low of attendance.
Woo!
Yeah, for the Marlins last night. They
In a
set
win.
new record low attendance last night. They drew 5,265 fans. That beats the previous record of 5,415 on April 30th against Philadelphia. And to let you know, to put it all in perspective, the last home game of their Double-A franchise, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, drew 7,419 compared to last night's 5,265. So, oddly enough, in the Marlins franchise, the higher up you go, the less people you play in front of, because we found out yesterday that the Triple-A New Orleans Baby Cakes,
Yes.
they're around 5,500 average for 2017, which beat last night's attendance. So, the Marlins are the lowest. Then you got the AAA with the next lowest.
Yeah.
And then you get that big boom in 7,000 when you get down to AA. So if you care about playing in front of a lot of people, if you're in the Marlins franchise, you're gunning for AA, baby.
I mean, that's probably your best bet. I think what's really funny
Yes.
is that 7,000 people was last night, the same night as
The
the game.
same night.
The same night.
It's unbelievable. 5,265 for your Major League franchise. Your AA, 7,419. And
Go
that's,
Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimps.
that's the tale of the Marlins
I love it.
franchise.
That is amazing.
I didn't realize this, man. This is a lesson in Vegas gambling. Charles Oakley, bringing up his name, former NBA giant, in trouble with Johnny Law because he made a major gambling foul that could be giving him serious prison time. I'll tell you about it next.
Can't wait to break down last night's game? Yeah, not. It's Kevin's other show on 640 The Hurricane.
You go to Vegas, have a couple cocktails, they ply you with tons of alcohol. You're blurred, you're not using your best judgment. You're sitting there, you throw out a bet. You realize, oh crap, I lost. I put in too much money. I mean, I just threw away money. I don't want to do that. You know, nobody's going to notice if I just snag that chip. Bink, pop it right back. Oh, wait, they do notice. They watch everything in Vegas. You know, in time, it takes a while to learn things. And 54-year-old Charles Oakley learned a very valuable lesson about betting and gambling in Las Vegas. He had a $100 chip on the table. He knew he just lost his wager. He tries to slyly flip the chip back. They see it. They're like, dude, can't do that. That's stealing from the casino. He's like, what do you mean? That was my $100 chip. He says, plus, prove I did it. They're like, okay, cool. Let's go check our cameras. Bzzz. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Yeah, busted.
Why say prove it? You ever seen Casino?
Why
you
say
jackass?
prove it? It's Charles Oakley.
I guess so.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Police show up.
Uh-oh.
Charles Oakley is looking at 1 to 6 years in prison if
Oh,
convicted.
no.
Wow.
He took
For
chip
$100?
for $100. $100. That is what he
That's a bit
could
extreme.
get. That's crazy. That's like, I saw that. I'm like going, oh, man, think about it. You go to Vegas, you have some cocktails. I mean, what's your first reaction when you just like easily lost the money that you're like, they won't notice? Bink. 1 to 6 years is a possibility, but somebody close to Oakley saying, look, this is insignificant. It's going to be quickly resolved. And I think it probably will, but they at least throw that out there that, hey, if you on top of it are a big old prick, we could throw you in the can for 6 years. Don't be a jerk in Vegas. I mean, it just goes to show you, like, wow, it could go real south for you real fast.
Very fast.
It makes no sense. The statute for petty theft in Nevada is you can't steal anything over $650.
Right, because that's what can be taxed is once you get over $650.
Yeah, so before that, it's petty theft. How is that a year to 6 years in prison? It's $100.
It's the casinos.
That doesn't.
Do they have a higher standard?
No, it's Nevada. That's it. It's all Nevada. There's no statute for each casino.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're really trying to just. What, is this a failing casino? Is that why? So they put this out there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
This is
a good
like
question.
the Build-A-Bear craze that happened today.
That's what I got. I was like, oh, wow. That I don't know. It's what the
Yeah, I
story
was confused,
reported.
and I looked up.
Yeah.
Up what petty theft was, and predominantly it's about $400 in every state. In Vegas, it's $650, so it's even higher
sounds
than the
insane.
average.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, there's no way.
Smoking rocks, a year to 6 years for $100.
Hopefully that's a massive error in that story.
It sounds like they're threatening him because, no, I agree with you. I don't see how it could be that
It
much.
has to
way.
be some type of ploy.
No way.
Unless he was taking back more than $100 and they're just
That's
not telling
also
us
it could be
No
it. He
way.
could have tried to sneak it a couple times. The guy's like, "Don't do
'Cause
it, Charles."
That's got to happen all the time. I
Of
mean,
course
think
it
about that.
does.
Somebody's hammered, and it's like, I mean, imagine that. You lose your mind. You throw down more money than you should, which you always do in Vegas. And they do that thing where it's like they dramatically are raking your chips away from you.
Right.
It's like stealing your baby in front of your eyes. And you're like, going, ah,
Yeah.
and you go for it. I'm like, come on. You can like try to arrest somebody and throw them in the can for like,
This is a
you know,
professional.
you
You're
throw
not-
them out of the casino. That's
Yeah.
it. Be like, too bad, so sad, man.
You're not going to poker night at
Right.
friggin' Packies or anything like that. Like, this
No.
is Vegas.
Yeah.
But they arrested him. I mean, they took him
Yeah.
to jail.
Yeah.
He's probably unruly about it too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
that.
Charles Oakley. Google me.
What they got to deal with, I can only imagine. Security and cops in Vegas just got to be like constantly.
I've never even
like-
been. I just don't even want to be around it. Honestly, it scares the crap out of me. I
It,
think I
it
might
is
like
kind of
it too
horrifying.
much.
Yeah, it is kind of horrifying.
Is it
I mean,
scary? You've been, right?
Yeah, my first time, and I've been other times that were okay, but my first time was a layover coming back from Los Angeles to the East Coast, and went into a casino. And this is when they would ply you with lots of free alcohol. And so I had a camera bag, and I had my airline ticket in the camera bag. And this is before it was very easy to replenish a ticket for an airline. Got into the cab stand thing. I'm standing there. I'm half wasted. And
Sure.
I'm like, oh, crap, man, where is my camera bag and my ticket? I go running in the casino, and when you're disoriented and, like, your world's spinning already, you go in, it's like lights and bing, 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 bing.
Sure,
and I'm
yeah.
sitting there, like, frantically trying to look around for this camera bag.
No clocks, no windows.
No, and
It's
I'm
a
like,
lotus flower.
I'm like, I'm not getting back, and I had to get to the airport like pronto, and luckily I went to the lost and found. I don't know how I found it because I was lost, and somehow I was found, and there was my bag.
It's like Amazing
It
Grace.
really was. Thank you, Jesus.
You were like a
That's
Jewel
thank
song.
you, Jesus moment. Thank you. The Jesus works in Vegas.
He's there.
It was unbelievable.
The Jesus is right on the corner over there.
So yeah, things. All you gotta do is watch The Hangover. You can realize how quickly things can go wrong in Vegas. So that was an eye opener for me, and I could see that totally happening. But
See, that I'm afraid of because I think about that. The things that could go wrong so quickly at a night at Ale House, and I'm going to go to Vegas.
yeah,
point.
no, I hear you.
I'll die.
They're doing some prop bets. I don't know how interested I am in this. I haven't talked myself into being interested yet. The Tiger Woods Phil Mickelson thing, the $10 million winner take all round of golf.
I like it.
Just watching rich people get richer.
No,
Like, how are we
I
doing
just-
here?
I like I said, if it was 2007, I care a lot more. If they didn't, patch up their beef, I care a lot more. If I don't know, if like one of Tiger's hosts caddies for him, I care a lot more.
the
you
girl
know?
from Denny's or
Yeah.
Friendly's.
The
or
waitress?
something.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something
if it was
like that going
sponsored
on.
by Denny's, I'd watch.
I need a little bit more spice in this. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm into it. I like it. I think it's just The allure of Tiger and Phil still
You were
does
just
something.
you were just still stuck on that.
Oh, I'm a sucker. Yeah.
You're just a big nostalgia guy. I
am.
guess.
I am.
Because
That's true.
Right now, the both. I mean, no, Phil is actually doing something. Tiger is useless.
All right, hold on a
It's
second.
just a storyline.
He
now.
almost won a useless tournament a couple weeks ago. Okay, so he's still coming up.
Did he just
Yeah.
argue with him being useless by saying he won a useless tournament?
Almost won a useless tournament.
No, he didn't even win it.
Tiger's
Yeah.
almost back.
Yeah, I don't care a ton. I care more about this. DEA just came out with 50 new slang words for marijuana.
Oh,
50.
I'm going to see how well you do. Yeah, some on the list already. Fatty, Nug, Sticky, Blue Dream, Sour OG, you know. Some of the
Typical.
standards here. All right, what do you think? Is this actually on the list or not? Ricky Bobby, train wreck.
Train wreck?
Is that a actual?
Yes.
You're going to say yes. Correct.
This isn't fair.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm saying that you have more experience in this field than
don't-
I do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Diener,
Yeah.
green crack.
Sounds too explicit. I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no. You're wrong.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
it says green crack in
Yes,
it.
green crack.
I mean, crack is really strong.
Ricky
some
Bobby,
weed.
what do you think about mowing the lawn?
Mowing the lawn. Now this is a term referring to it?
Yeah, it's a slang for marijuana that the DEA recognizes.
No.
Gonna say no. That's a yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it denotes grass.
No,
Get
right?
back in
Well, I
it
mean,
here. Come on,
There
Diener.
we go. I got this.
Granny's panties. Slang for marijuana in the DEA's handbook.
It's got to be.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was thinking that sticky icky, you know what I mean?
Final round. Let's see if you can get it here.
On.
Okay, what do you think about this? Alfalfa. Yes or no?
Alfalfa?
Alfalfa.
Yes.
Nickname. Correct. Ricky
Oh,
Bobby.
this is garbage.
For the tie here, hippie bait. Diener, what do you think? Is that actual slang for marijuana in the DEA's handbook?
No, I feel like this is a trick. I'm going to go no.
You're right on that. Right on. Tie. You guys actually ended a weed tie.
All right.
Yeah,
like
you
it.
have to split this nug between you. Hey, you can check us out. We've got the YouTube show. I do the KVJ show. You can go right there, check it out, the KVJ show. You can check out our Facebook page to get it. We got a podcast as well. That's an easier way to listen without commercials. Just look for Kevin's other show and follow us on Twitter.
You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Wellington Anti-Aging. Low T? Go to WellingtonAntiAging.com. And by Bremen Motor Cars in West Palm Beach. A world-class experience. Shop BremenPorsche.com now. It's Kevin's other show on 640 The Hurricane.